so are you involved with some of the stuff in terms of hold steady
Yeah,
photos?
of course.
Is a lot of stuff that you do
Yeah,
end up as your press stuff?
Sometimes. I mean, I used to be, the first couple of records I laid out, was really involved in the layout and all the artwork and a lot of our early T-shirts and things like that. But, as the band's grown and stuff, it's one of those things where you kind of have to let the people that you hire do their job and not be involved in everything. Like my job now is trying to write good songs and get up, 250 days a year on stage and kick ass. So there are certain things you have to let go of, and it'll also eat you alive if you let it. So I guess you just try to relax and trust that the rest of that stuff is going to be taken care of, and that it'll be, the people that you've hired or that you work with to take care of that thing are going to take care of it.
Right.
But we're still, both Craig and I are pretty involved in, everything conceptually around the band, from artwork to, some of the T-shirt designs, we'll have a lot of input on, stuff like that.
Okay. And then in A Positive Rage, the new DVD, CD that came out documenting Boys and Girls in America tour a few years back, there are, in the booklet that comes with it in the CD case, there are quite a few photos scattered throughout and a great collage that includes, if anybody pays attention, a really good shot of Craig Finn and Ben Nichols underneath the CD, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. But there's quite a few photos and stuff scattered throughout. A lot of those all yours?
No, some of them are Craig's too. Craig's actually somebody who just has one of those little Canons, who's got a great eye for photos. Every time I see his pictures, I'm like, God, these are really good. So creatively, Craig has a really strong sense of, I think, what looks good, and you can certainly see it in the pictures he takes. If you taught, you couldn't, Craig wouldn't know what the hell an f-stop was,
right,
or anything like that, but like I said, that his images are great. And sometimes too, all about the technical side of things and me talking about that, sometimes it's nice not to know anything at all.
right,
And just go in and be only concerned with getting a good picture.
right.
So there's, once again, there's two sides to that. But no, those are both my photos and Craig's photos.
And actually, this is last question. How do you bring up something about not knowing anything and yet taking shots, and also that you either can you either have an eye or you don't.
Yeah.
How do you? But there are a lot of people that take photos out there that aren't very good. But I guess my question is how do you sort of develop an eye? Is it possible to develop an eye? I guess not, right?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think that a lot of times you either have it or you don't, but I think that, once again, like you said, with Photoshop and digital and, there's so many ways to maybe cheat a little bit that way.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you don't have an eye, there are other things that you can do that are going to make the image interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like anything else you do that is creative or has style or anything like that. So, but no, I think with photography, like music or like anything else that's creative like that, I think you kind of either have to have a gift for it, and I don't know if it's something that you can always get better and improve on what you do, but you have to start with something probably.
Right.
So,
Right.
and there are probably all kinds of people out there, like I said, like Craig, who don't aspire to take pictures or want to be a photographer or anything like that, who actually do have a great eye.
Right, right. That's great. That's great. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we make sure to check out A Positive Rage, which is the Hold Steady's latest. It's very entertaining, if only to read through the booklet, because the booklet has some great tips to it. It's funny.
Oh my God.
It's very funny.
That was a long time ago.
Craig's got Tad has very big glasses on throughout most of it and very different hair. So.
Yeah, and I was drinking at that time too. It's appalling.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.